Make everyday life comfortable. This channel will share practical trivia that helps improve your daily life. You might miss out if you skip them, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. You take out your favorite white shirt from the closet for the first time in a while. And you notice that the collar or the underarm area looks somewhat yellowish. Even though you believe you washed it properly, you may have had the disappointing experience of finding that yellow stain appearing before you knew it. Once that stubborn stain has appeared, simply washing it in the washing machine does not easily remove it. And in reality, many people give up thinking it will not come out anymore, stop wearing the shirt, or unfortunately throw it away. However, it is not too early to give up. If you correctly understand the true nature and cause of that stain and deal with it properly, you can restore a bright whiteness that looks almost like new. Today, I will explain in detail the true cause of clothing discoloration that many people do not know, and the most effective laundry method to thoroughly remove that stubborn yellowing at home. First, let's take a deeper look at the true nature of that troublesome yellowing. The direct cause of the discoloration that appears on the collar, underarms, and cuffs of shirts is the sebum that is secreted from our bodies. This sebum, which is secreted to protect the skin, soaks deep into the fibers of the shirt. Right after washing, it may look clean at a glance. However, with ordinary washing alone, the sebum dirt, tangled deep in the fibers, is often not completely removed. Then, during storage, this unremoved sebum bonds with oxygen in the air and oxidizes. This oxidized sebum is the true identity of that yellowing. The basic principle is the same as how the cut surface of an apple turns brown when exposed to air. In particular, the collar is constantly rubbing against the neck, and the underarms easily accumulate sweat, along with sebum because sweat glands are concentrated there. That is why these areas are especially prone to yellowing. Furthermore, if you unknowingly apply an iron to a once yellowed area, the situation becomes worse. Heat causes the oxidized sebum to bond firmly to the fibers, turning it into an even more stubborn yellowing that is harder to remove. In other words, the most important thing in yellowing prevention is to completely reset the sebum dirt on the day it adheres. And for yellowing that has oxidized over time, you must break it down chemically to remove it. Understanding these two approaches is essential. So how can we remove this stubborn yellowing? I will tell you about the 2 most effective methods. Depending on the condition of the yellowing, first is the daily care for relatively light yellowing or for prevention, when not much time has passed. The strongest items to use here are dishwashing detergent and bar laundry soap. Dishwashing detergent is extremely effective at breaking down oil stains. This means it also works remarkably well at removing sebum, which is an oil-based stain. Lightly moisten the yellowed area with lukewarm water, apply dishwashing detergent directly, and gently rub it in using your fingertips or an old toothbrush. The key is not to scrub harshly so as not to damage the fabric. After that, simply wash it in the washing machine together with other laundry. With this alone, light sebum stains can be surprisingly removed. Even more powerful is the old-fashioned bar laundry soap, which contain disinfectants and fluorescent brighteners, show very high effectiveness against yellowing. This is used the same way. Moisten the yellowed area, rub the soap. Directly lather well and hand wash. After letting it sit a little, wash it in the machine for even better results. Then what should you do for yellowing that has already aged? And oxidized? For tough stains? That dishwashing detergent alone cannot handle. We use stronger chemical power. Here we use 2 items introduced in a previous video, oxygen bleach. Sodium percarbonate and dishwashing detergent. By combining these 2, you can create the strongest yellow-removing agent. Here are the specific steps. Put 1 tablespoon of powdered oxygen bleach and 1 tablespoon of dishwashing detergent into a bowl or wash basin. Next, add a small amount of hot water at about 40–50 C and mix well until it becomes a paste. Using hot water activates the effect of oxygen bleach. Apply this special paste to the yellowed area using an old toothbrush, pressing it in so the cleaning components penetrate deep into the fibers. After applying the paste, warm the clothing with a hairdryer. Or apply only the steam from a steam iron from a slight distance. Adding heat promotes the chemical reaction even further, dramatically increasing the cleaning effect. 30 seconds to 1 minute is enough. Then, place the clothing into a wash basin or bucket filled with 40–50 C water and let it soak for 30 minutes to an hour. During this soaking time, the decomposed yellowing components gradually lift out of the fibers After soaking, lightly rinse the item and wash it in the washing machine as usual. If you try this method, you will likely be surprised at how the yellowing you had almost given up on disappears, as if by magic, and how the shirt regains its original whiteness. Once the yellowing is removed, the next important step is, of course, prevention. So, how can we prevent yellowing from occurring in the first place? The most effective preventive method is to wash your clothes as soon as possible after taking them off. Sebum dirt becomes more difficult to remove the longer it remains on the fabric. Avoid letting laundry pile up for many days and make frequent washing a habit. Also, especially on days when you sweat or when you are concerned about dirt around the collar or underarms, it is ideal to pre-treat with dishwashing, detergent or bar soap before putting the clothes into the washing machine. This extra step will greatly influence the condition of the shirt after months or years. Furthermore, before long-term storage between seasons, it is crucial to wash the clothes again. Even if they look clean, invisible sebum may remain deep in the fibers. This becomes the cause of yellowing. When you take the clothes out the next season, before storage, perform a soak wash using oxygen bleach. Dry completely and store in a low humidity place. By practicing the correct knowledge and procedures I shared today, you will no longer need to feel disappointed by yellowing on your favorite shirts. The refreshing feeling of putting on a clean, bright white shirt will undoubtedly make your day better. Please try this dramatic method on those yellowed shirts that have been sleeping in the back of your closet. Thank you for watching to the end. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.